Good morning, foolish mortals. I hope everybody's having a great weekend and a good Sunday. I thought I would take over from Bob for this week since he is busy earning money for Salacious to spend on things neither of them need. If anybody wants to join, the link is at the top, or I will post it again real quick. Everybody's welcome. If you want to join, you don't have to build anything. You can just hang out and BS. We can talk about just about anything you guys want apart from politics. No, we don't do politics on this channel or on Rum's channel. So if you don't know me, which you should, I am the 1000th ghost. I am in Denver, Colorado. If you have not already, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, share this out. You know, the general YouTube-y things. I also wanted to thank everybody. I have passed the 22,000 mark. Since most of my new subscribers seem to be in Australia and the subcontinent over there, I don't imagine much of them will be able to pop on and say hi. But if you do, good morning or evening. Let's see who from the MLA Army has joined us today. Wait a minute. Who's that in the sky? Is it a bird? No, it's not a bird. Is it a plane? No, it's not a plane. I think it's Super John.
Well, almost.
Almost Super John.
Did my camera go out?
It's dark in Florida.
Yeah, my camera went out. Hold on. Where's the... What the hell's going on here?
And then coming to us from a land down under.
I'll be right back.
Zombie!
Hey, Chris, how you going?
Good, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
Long time no see. You know, about 8 hours.
I know. Yeah, I know, right? Let me get the chat up.
So we have Mr. Podracing Palpatine. Your Majesty. And Zombie's here. Lady Catherine.
Lady Catherine.
Lady Catherine.
I think she's missed that.
I know. I think she misses Rum more than she doesn't protest too much, as the bard would say. Rolando is here. Mr. Geek Strong. Dino and his ever-growing collection of popcorn buckets. You've been watching his channel. Michael Reed is here.
Yeah, Michael's always lurking somewhere.
He's always around. Dino says he's not here from the MLA today. He's here from the Ghosty Army. Thank you. I can always use more of the undead. TJC.
John said his cam's working now.
Okay, John's camera's working, so we'll bring him back on. I mean, it's only the top of his head, but he's still here.
Hey.
Hey.
See if we can move it so it's not just the top of my head.
Hey, John, see what happens when you take your finger off the camera? You can actually see
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Also, from his tower atop his Coruscant home, Podracing Palpatine.
Hey, Pelps.
Yay, Puppy.
So how's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good.
Good. I've got my Han Solo cup of drink. So
Nice.
good as usual.
Or if you're here, don't you mean tomorrow? Because it's Monday here now.
Yeah. So how was your weekend? For those of you who still have parts of it.
Yeah.
Michael was telling us that only their city has a holiday today. So he's actually off today.
Oh, it's a holiday today. Oh, there you go. I didn't
What
even know
about a football match or something that they have?
Wow.
That apparently most of the city needs it off for? I don't know.
No, that's on Friday. I think on Friday, the weekend before the grand final.
Yeah. I don't do sports ball anymore. So
I think Michael's tripping.
And we have our first brick babe who has decided to join us. It is Lady Catherine.
Hello.
Lady Catherine.
Lady Catherine.
No, I don't miss him harassing me, but I do miss the Lady Catherine and then nothing.
You get that off.
I'm trying to set. I don't know what Lego stuff to do. So I gotta figure that out.
You can just keep working on your Godzilla puzzle if you want.
No, I do need to finish it.
Man, puzzles are like. So I spent the last week up at the house, and we were redoing the gutters. I built a shed. We painted part of the house that needed painting, and just working on stuff. But in one of the downtimes, I walked into the dining room, and Mom had a puzzle out. A 1,000 piece puzzle of it was like a rainbow fairyland with glitter on the puzzle, and
awesome.
Like unicorns and fairies and stuff in this like.
Was it like a Lisa Frank puzzle?
It might have been, yeah. I don't know.
Listen, that's amazing to have a Lisa Frank puzzle.
It's addictive. So I walked by and I was just like, "Oh, nice! You're working on a puzzle." And she was doing the edges. She was getting the edges, and she's like, "Well, I can't find this part of the edge." Then I just started looking, and she had all the pieces separated by color. In these little piles of color.
Yep.
So I was looking through them, and then we found that edge, but while we were looking for that edge, I was like, I found this part, and I ended up putting like the top part together, and then I'm like, and I found this corner, and next thing you know, I'm sat down on the opposite side of the table, and we're just like putting all these pieces, and then like an hour goes by, and I'm like, what the hell? I had stuff to do. I didn't mean to. It just like sucked you in, like
it does. It does. What's funny is I was doing this is years ago. This guy I was dating, I was working on a puzzle in the living room on my coffee table. And he's like, hey, can I do it with you? I was like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, my only rule is I put the last puzzle piece in, right? Like, that's my own rule because I want to finish it. So he's like, okay. So all of a sudden, I'm just like putting piece after piece together. He's like, gosh darn it. He goes, I've been looking for that piece for an hour. How did you find it? I don't know. I just found it. He was too slow. He got frustrated. So he never did a puzzle with me again because I kept taking all the pieces he was looking for.
He was too slow. He had to be thrown away.
He did. He wasn't up to par. No. But it is addictive when you find stuff. You're like, oh look, here it is.
Yeah. And then occasionally, like there was some of the pieces were so close. It's like we put like this section together, and then we were like, that actually doesn't look right. There's something wrong with it,
Yes.
Yeah, you find out that one piece is just slightly off.
Yeah.
Pull that out.
Like, what's funny is you'll do like that. You think it fits, and then you kind of do stuff around it, and then like, what? Oh, thanks, Palp.
That's happy now.
That's Palpy Yum Yum, right?
Palpy Yum Yum.
You just can't say anything after you say Lady Catherine part.
So, what are you playing with today?
Well, I was gonna do the Millennium Falcon. That's it.
Oh, cool.
But then somebody just popped in and asked if I do a bit of a repair job on Liber Mayo Joker.
Oh, nice.
Just touching up a bit of his coat. Some of the paint had come off. I'm being summoned.
And Zombie, we see you playing. Are you doing Snowtroopers? What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
I've just cut this part out.
Nice.
And the back part.
Cool.
I've still got sand.
Until Scout Troopers came out, those were my favorite trooper.
Yeah, I have that one already. I'm going to show you.
Oh gosh. Where did that go? Oh.
Nice.
There's not many I don't have.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
John, are you working on anything, or are you just here to talk?
I'm mainly just here to talk.
He's gonna start another puzzle.
I'm screwing around with the game right now. I'm mainly just talking while playing.
Are you still doing the test server?
No, that's only on the PC.
Okay.
I'm using the PC to be on this. I'm actually farming some materials on the normal game just to
Do stuff.
because now that I've played the test server and I know what I need, it's kind of like I might as well get some of the stuff now for my,
Well, that's
you know.
true. Thank you, Michael. It is a Haunted Mansion shirt.
Found a real Star Wars critter.
Roosevelt. Ah, ha, ha.
We'll get to go to the Haunted Mansion in just a few short weeks.
Woohoo!
Chris and I are going to go in the Haunted Mansion over and over and over and over and over and over again.
I did. When I was there last year, and we did the Mickey's Not So Scary parade thing. I was able to ride it 8 times, basically, because depending on when you go, everybody's either watching one of the 2 parades or the fireworks show or one of the 2 stage shows. So we just have to decide which of the fireworks or stage show we want to go see. And then you just go and do other stuff when they're all on Main Street.
Oh.
So that'll be fun.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, puppy.
Oh gosh.
Puppy.
Is that Palpy Puppy?
No.
Puppy.
What are you doing? Yeah, this is Leia.
Is that mini Palps?
Definitely on the dark side.
Where is that?
I had a dog around the house for a few days. My roommates decided to get a puppy.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
Oh, that one on your shoulder.
Yeah, he is. He's hilarious, very cute. But they are gone until they're back out on the road until Halloween. And 4 days with a puppy, and it was very nice and very calming. And well, he wasn't, but you know, psychologically, puppies are fun.
Yeah. My fur babies are the best.
Yeah, their cat didn't know quite what to do with him.
I
But
bet.
she's only like 3 or 4 weeks older than he is, so they're about the same age. So it's nice for them to have somebody to play with. She started warming up to him, and now they're both in the cab of a semi for the next 2 months. So they're gonna learn to live together.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. They'll become best buds.
They will.
Best buds.
B.
That's how Vader was like when I got Zealot. When I adopted Zealot, Vader could care less because he was around cats, but Zealot was like, I don't know about that. But when I'd come home from work, they would be playing tag with each other.
Mm.
And they would chase each other around the apartment and stuff like that and jump on me while chasing each other back and forth. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Ellie was all about playing with Carl until Carl would jump and come down. And then she would run away, but she knows that Carl's too small to get up the stairs yet. She would just get on the the first stair or on any chair, and that dog would just run around barking at her.
Gotcha. Nice. All right.
Kat, did you decide what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm just going to work on my puzzle. I got to get it done so I can get it glued and hung up. I got to hang up my other one too. I got like 5 puzzles to hang up on my ceiling.
Hanging up?
I mean, more than at other places, but I got to find it still.
Mike, if you're going to come over and do Disney, make sure I mean, Disneyland is okay, but I like World better.
Well, here's the thing. What time of year is the best to go to Florida so I don't die? That's what I want to know.
October to February.
Okay.
And if you want to save money and not have a ton of people around, you go kind of in the middle of January or the beginning of February.
Oh, okay. I can do that. All right.
You can hold off until March, but March is spring break everywhere.
No.
So it gets busy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the beginning of December is nice because you kind of got that break in between until Christmas.
Okay.
But then the last couple of weeks of December are expensive for the hotels and very busy.
Gotcha.
But
I think the Florida heat would kill me.
Yeah, it kills me, and I live here.
Right?
It's the humidity for me. It's not the heat. Because we're here. We're at a mile high. When it's 95 degrees, it's 95 degrees because there's no humidity here. But down there, man, like 85 and humidity is just, you melt.
I mean, so, growing up, because we didn't have air in the place, so we would put our fan in the window, and like shut your bedroom door so it'd like get really cold. Yeah. I remember one year I walked in and it was like 12% humidity and I thought I was going to pass out. Like I am not built for heat and for humidity at all. Nope.
Yeah, we used to go to Atlanta. I guess we went 2 or 3 times for Dragon Con. And then you'd walk out of the Atlanta airport and just almost be wet before you got to the subway thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, so hot.
My dad would talk about how, because they're from Missouri, that he said, you sat in the shade and it didn't make much of a difference. He goes, but I'd come home from work, be drenched in sweat. He goes, I'd take a shower, get out of the shower, 5 minutes later, I'm drenched in sweat again. And I'm like, that's fantastic.
Is this a spoiler for Mandalorian and Grogu?
The next season.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Can he coo in evil? I'm not sure how that would work.
Dark Grogu.
Dark.
Oh, yeah. Dark Grogu.
What would his Darth name be? He'd be like Darth
Hopper.
Hopper. Darth Pincushion. Darth. He's got to be like a small weapon. What do they call like a little dagger or like a little? Do they have like a word for like a little?
Yeah.
Like Darth Stiletto or something.
Darth Saigon, SGIAN. It's a Indian.
There you go. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Hey, I gotta heat up the coffee.
Darth Shank.
Darth Shank. Yeah.
Darth Shank.
I like that.
That's what we're gonna go with.
Darth Sheev. Although it sounds like Sheev, so no, you couldn't have that one.
some bacon.
Oh, there for a second, I thought you had that whole right side of the puzzle done.
I wish.
Is that a Halo figure in front of it?
And a
Hold on,
switchblade.
Or is it a Jaeger?
I'm gonna try. Okay.
Lady Catherine,
No.
did you ever find out what was knocking at your window?
Oh no, that better not have been a vampire.
No, Rum ran away too fast. So
Yeah.
Plus, you didn't hear Lady Catherine.
yeah, Lady Catherine.
I haven't seen G-Force yet today, so it might be him.
He hides in the bushes, yeah.
He does hide in the bushes.
I seen he was getting a full Nelson or something. See that?
I watched about 5 hours of Mr. Ballin yesterday, which is mostly about stories about people getting lost in the forest and attacked by things and
Oh wow.
creepy poltergeists and stuff. And then I get on Cat's stream and she's like, something's tapping at the window. Oh, no.
Well, I know it wasn't G-Force or Orlando because they throw pebbles and then I hear the bushes rustling. And that normally means they're out of food or water. So I know it's not them.
Giggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the movies. Oh, there's a noise in the basement. Let me go check it out. Yeah,
Alone, and I'll go.
With no weapons at all.
Yeah.
exactly.
Even though there's 6 other people in the house, I'll go alone with no weapon and no
When I go to
flashlight.
the basement, I'm not going to turn a light on.
No,
Or
no. Why bother?
yes.
I know, right? I'm like, hell no.
There's a series over here called
It is Halo, John.
The Haunting or something, and it's just a whole bunch of ghost stories and stuff, and it cracks me up because every episode there are never lights on. There's just enough mood lighting so you can see what they're filming.
Yeah.
But they're all like, oh, what was that sound? Well, turn the damn light on.
It's probably a cat.
No, but it's going to give away that we're making the noise ourselves.
Yeah. Hey,
It's like
Rick.
this little thing where they've got a camera each, but they always film each other.
I also like the Lore Lodge.
They switch away.
I thought about doing that. You know how everybody's like, they try to do that thing where they're like, hey, what's that behind you or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, when you're on a stream. And so I thought I'd play a joke with that. And I was going to change my camera angle so you could see down the hall and see the doorways and stuff. And I was going to tie all these strings to the doors and have my dad off camera, like float a lamp by. And like have a door open up, you know, like, but he wouldn't go for it. He's like, I don't want to play with all these strings and gadgets.
Too bad your dad's not more of a bro.
No,
Or
yeah.
you could get him like a green spandex suit, but you wouldn't actually use it. You just have him get in it and walk across with the lamp or something. So like you forgot to do the effect.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that'd be scary,
that'd be great.
wouldn't it?
That'd be great.
I have a shadow person that lives downstairs now, so I only see him every once in a while.
Hell to the no.
I call him him. I'm not gonna, I'm not misgendering. I just am gonna say it's him because he's tall.
No. Hell to the no. Nope.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't do anything. He just walks from one room to the other.
Yeah. No.
Growing up, my friend Andy, his family lived in a big old plantation house with those pillars out front and everything. It's like a big 3-story. It's a big 3-story thing with a basement, and they would never go on the top floor because, he told us about this when we were in high school, we're at school, and he's like, yeah, we never go to the top floor because there's a shadow person that lives up there. And I was like, nah, whatever. So one time we arranged to do like a sleepover party over at Andy's house. And when we all got there, his mom actually sat us all down and said, nobody ever goes to the top floor. There's a shadow person that lives up there, and she said, we don't disturb it, and it doesn't disturb us. So no one go to the top floor. And we were all like, what? This is real? Like, and Andy didn't make this up, So, of course, in the middle of the night, we were all like,
You're gonna go up there.
Go to the top floor and find the shadow person. And we all got the shit scared out of us. We were like, because it was up there, like. We could see it at the top of the stairs. Everybody was like, oh my God, it's really up there. Look,
Yeah. Well, and I can only see it downstairs when the lights are off, and there's just something darker than the dark that's down there that moves.
Yeah, that's what it was like. Yeah.
And so, but that just means the warding I had on my house wore off. So, because when I bought this house, I repainted the interior and I mixed a little salt with my paint.
Oh,
so
there you go.
It would be a ward, but apparently that's worn off. So
someone went around licking all your paint.
Exactly. Damn cats. But yeah, when I was a little kid, we had a anymore, I'm not sure if it was a demon or if it was a demon or an elemental that lived in the basement. And it never moved. It was always in the same corner and just sat there. But it smelled bad. And my parents always said it was just like there was a little drain that went into the sewer, and they always thought it was sewer gas backing up. And I apparently was the only person who could actually see it.
No, bad.
But, yeah, and so now I always just thought it was a demon, and then as I've gotten older and seen more stuff, I've been like, it probably was an elemental because of the smell. But it never did anything. It just sat there and had this weird growling, purring sound if you got too close to it.
Huh.
But
smell bad. There goes party.
Casper Sight is a fun storyteller as well if you like ghosties. Okay. I will check him out. I don't think it's rolled across my feed ever. Casper Sight. Cool. I do follow a couple of guys who do ghost hunts in England. And I'm like, wow, man, why do they just let all these abandoned houses all over nice places just sit there? Oddly enough, I've never found an Aussie ghost hunter.
Sure, they're out there.
Yeah, I know, but usually, stuff like that, if you like stuff enough, it'll feed through. But okay.
There's not a lot of Lego building on a Lego stream. There's only one person building Lego, yeah.
I'm the only person building Lego. And I kind of have been doing the stream instead. Rum gets confused as well.
I mean, it's not like he does much building anyway, so
Honestly.
I mean, we're just following suit.
I'm just trying to follow.
I mean, if we all find a Lego and just put one piece on it, then we basically accomplish how much Rum does in 2 hours. So
That is true. Oh, cool.
I'm just working on what I would have been working on Top Gun Model School yesterday if it was on.
Which is your Falcon? Nice.
It's a piece of junk.
hmm.
It may not look like much, but got it where it counts.
That looks cool. What are you talking about? That looks good.
It's the Bandai 144 scale.
Oh.
Just touching up some of the detail.
Hey, G-Force. Hey, Jerry.
TJC. G-Force.
TJC says they'll have their channel back up and running this week. Cool.
Nice.
And for everybody who wasn't able to get on Cat's stream last night, she is still, or YouTube is still trying hard to get all her stuff back.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do if they say they can't restore it because I don't have most of those recordings. So
Yeah. Just put back what you got, and
yeah.
at least they didn't take your like subs away or anything.
I know. That's what I was afraid of that. But
How can they do
thankfully
that though? They can't do that, can they?
Well, they damn near erased her whole channel.
I would have put it past them.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a lot. I think I would have had no videos. I think everything would have been gone if I didn't finally like interrupt them on it. I think I would have been even worse off. But I don't know.
No, TJC, sadly, somebody hacked her YouTube account and erased all her normal videos. And then, luckily, she was able to capture it and stop them from getting rid of everything. If you are looking for some high quality Star Wars pins, please go over and see Rick at Left Coast Graphics at Big Cartel. I love them. I have tons of them, but none within reach. They're behind me. Or I would show one off. Usually always have one sitting around here. Oh well. Great work. He also has a whole bunch of t-shirts and stuff. I love his t-shirts. I've got like 5 of them. But pop over, grab some stuff.
Thanks, Michael.
The $6 million cat channel.
Mm-hmm. Man, Scar really must have slept last night.
Yeah. But can you imagine the storage that they'd have to have for that to be able to hold everything? Could you imagine how much it would take just to hold 30 days worth of YouTube videos for the planet?
Yeah.
I mean, if they were to do that to mine, I might have 50 backed up on my hard drive, but it takes up too much space.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I've gotten rid of a lot of it, or some of it like wasn't recorded because my StreamYard was full, so it didn't back it up on there. But that's the only place I have it backed up on is StreamYard. But I've gotten rid of a lot of videos because I was like, oh, I have them saved on YouTube. Who cares? My bad on that.
Speakers, yes, he has speakers too.
That is true. He does do stickers, and the stickers are cool.
I have tons of his stickers he sent me. They're nice.
So, Cat
Yeah.
changed my life last night.
Aww.
And I'm sure John will be like,
Happy to
oh, yeah,
help.
stupid. That's what you're supposed to do.
But he was gatekeeping it. He was gatekeeping the information.
Gatekeeping, as usual,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as him and Tunnel Rat would cheat their way through games.
Yes. Yes.
But let me get me to a decent size here real quick. So everybody knows there's unnecessary stickers in Lego products. But they have somebody who said all you have to do is take them and put them on the end of your separator, and then you can place them perfectly on your item. And I did it like 4 times last night, and every single one is perfectly straight. I was able to sleep. My OCD was happy. It completely changed my life.
It is life
Well,
changing.
I will tell you this, Chris. They did not teach us that at Lego school. I did not know that existed.
Well, you're welcome, John.
So yeah, that's really cool.
So when you're at the store building and you have to put the stickers on, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And then somebody will be like, wow, that's cool. How'd you do that?
Okay. Not just building Lego, you're learning about Lego, see?
That's right.
Yeah.
We on this stream we teach many things about life and love and general perviness on a usual day. You know. I've seen Rick use a knife or a putty thing, and it does work. Yay! Pour some out for the Tunnel Rat.
Yeah.
I think of him a lot.
Yeah.
And where's this supposed to go? Oh, I see what this is now. Okay.
There's some good times watching you guys play golf together.
Oh, those were
Oh my gosh, they were they were, man. Good guy.
It was fun because it made Rum so mad, and then you would see whatever crazy outfit Chip was going to wear.
It was great.
Pour one out for the Tunnel Rat. Yeah. I really do like Chris and I. So I was playing the public test round yesterday morning, and Chris popped in the chat, and Chris and I discovered that. So in the Diablo 4 public test realm, they have a way for you to boost your character, so you can change its level, you can get equipment, because if you're going to test leveling, you don't need to use this NPC, this character. You can just level like normal and just try the game like normal and test out stuff. But if you want to test the end game, but you don't want to level, you go to this guy, and it boosts everything. You can get equipment, you can get items, you can get materials for crafting, all kinds of stuff. And they named it the Vendor of Cheating. So the name is the Vendor of Cheating. And what's really funny is they named it MRAK, and Tunnel Rat, my brother, his name was Mark. So they basically named the demon vendor of cheating Mark. My brother. So I mean, they didn't really name it after my brother, but it's just a very good coincidence that
it happened to work out that way.
It happened to work out that way because everyone always accused my brother of cheating. They accused Mark of cheating
Yeah.
in all
Now
these
they have
games.
proof.
So I sent a screenshot of it to my mom and dad, and they got a kick out of it. They were like, hopefully they don't change it, and then he'll be in the game forever. I was like, yeah,
Aww.
that's funny.
I think this is all the door for better.
We have a small restaurant down here. Speaking of stickers, sorry, this is a sticker thing that I remember just popped into my brain. We have a small restaurant down here. They started out as like a food truck, and then they got so popular that they've made they have a little hamburger stand now. But they do sliders, and they basically sell, like sliders for like $1 or something, so you can buy like 16 of them and go sit down and gorge yourself, And but what I found interesting, I got to bring one next time I go in there, is they just suddenly decided to open one of the walls up to, and it's like it said stick here who you are or what you do or whatever, and people have started putting their stickers all on that wall. So I got to bring a Super Awesome Geek Show sticker and stick it on their wall. But it's everybody who has like a local business or a small thing or something that made stickers for it. They all have put their stickers on the wall. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, you definitely got to get on. You never know.
Yeah, I was looking. There's a lot of really cool stickers. And what's really funny is there's so many of them that have like a logo like Chris. You know how that he has the ghost with the...
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, I think everybody goes to that same person to get their logo done. Like, either that or that's a very popular style for logo creators to use,
Yeah. I need to ask Sida or somebody to help draw me a new picture for my channel. I'll figure out a new one, I think. Yeah. Ow, ow. It needs to hurt me.
White Castle sliders. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Might be part of Mothra.
But this place makes them thick. They're like, the meat is like that thick on them, like a 3/4 of an inch thick or so. The meat is.
I've never had
With,
it.
with White Castle, I like them and all, but they're more bun than anything.
They use Hawaiian rolls for the buns.
Oh, that is definitely the way to go.
And they have really good French fries, so it kind of goes with it well.
I've never actually had White Castle stuff.
Well, I don't honestly can't remember if I've ever even had them in Colorado.
See, I thought we did in the early. I thought we did in the early '90s, but maybe not.
Well, we had Hamburger Stand, and we had.
Let me Google it.
Whataburger, and they left.
We got that again though.
Well, you did.
Oh yeah. Which, oh, no, wait. No, it wasn't Whataburger. I think it's In-N-Out Burger we just got.
Well, yeah, but when Whataburger comes, they're starting in Colorado Springs again. I don't know why.
Oh, are they? Oh. I don't know. I haven't had In-N-Out either. Like the line or two. Like when I went to California for one of my best friend's weddings, I was leaving on Sunday, so I was like, oh, on the way to the airport, I'm gonna stop and get one. And they were closed on Sundays. I was like, this is crap. So I missed my chance to try it, and then now it's like here, their drive-through line is still really ridiculously insane, even though we have like 3 new locations. I'm like, no, I ain't waiting for that. I'm good.
That's kind of how I am. To get to the one by my house, you kind of have to go into a mall parking lot, go around, and it's just like, that's turning, and that's just too. I'll get nothing.
Right.
Or I turn in, and then
Oh,
there's a Chick-fil-A right next to it, so I talk myself into Chick-fil-A instead.
okay. So it says White Castle test marketed in Denver, Colorado in May 1986. And then it says because White Castle is pretty much the last of the big burger chains that hasn't expanded in Colorado, blah, blah, blah. So basically the 80s. And then they left.
I'd have to check out where that was because I do not remember that at all.
Yeah, because I thought like I remember like, I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about it all the time when I was little. So maybe that's what they're referring to as that or somewhere else, but interesting.
That's really interesting because like growing up, I always heard about White Castle, and then I didn't get to eat it. And I grew up in Rochester, New York, so upstate West New York, and
Yeah.
when I got a car and we finally drove to New York City, then I was able to find a White Castle, because they basically started in New Jersey, I guess.
No, they started in Wichita.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why were they so well known? Why were they so well known in Jersey? And Jersey
because they expanded that way first.
Because Jersey, people in Jersey claimed that's where it started.
No, I'm 90% sure it was in
Yeah, all right.
Wichita.
Yeah, it does. It says, what state did White Castle originate? Wichita, Kansas. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, it was only like away from the original Pizza Hut.
1921.
Oh, wow.
And then the headquarters moved to Ohio in 1933. Chris, did you guys ever have Red Top out there? Like the hamburgers that were like this big?
Yeah. Red Top.
I miss Red Top. Yeah, I miss that one. That was a great little place. Cheap, but really good burgers. Just, the size of your head.
Apparently, we're getting a store called Smalls Sliders.
Yeah, there's a chain for sliders that's really good too. We got one of those somewhere down here.
We're gonna get 10 locations.
Oh, wow.
Start building next year.
Yeah, they put one in down here somewhere. My dad and I went to it once. It was pretty good, but they charge like $3 for their sliders, where this little local place only charges like $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to love the Cuban sandwiches.
There's some good Cuban sandwiches in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, from that chef movie. Yep. That's good. Ooh, guacamole, that hurts. Ow. What is that bear gone? Oh.
They claim the bread is different for the Cuban sandwiches than normal bread, but I can't taste the difference. I'm like, I don't know. To me, the bread tastes like French or Italian bread. It's all the same.
It's because Subway has ruined your taste for real bread.
I don't eat Subway. They're down. The Subways down here suck terribly.
Well, yeah, so do ours. You
You know,
that Subway in their bread is illegal to sell in Ireland.
Really?
why?
You have to declare it as a cake. There's that much
Yeah,
sugar.
they say it's a cake because it has too much sugar in it.
Wow.
Well, everything we have has too much sugar for most places.
Yeah.
Did you know
Yeah.
in like Korea, you cannot get a foot long? It's only 6-inch sandwiches. They don't sell foot longs at all. They've never done that there.
Huh.
And Rafi gets the most expensive thing. When he wants Subway, he gets a cold cut trio, but with just the meat and bread. No cheese, no toppings, no nothing. That's just it.
Yeah.
Well, I have to have cheese, but the rest I'm good with.
No, he doesn't do any of that. That's all he does. Oh, okay, $7, thanks. Okay, well, could have made that at home.
I always think I'm going to get a deli sandwich or I like the Italian one with just salami.
Yeah.
And I always get a meatball.
Yeah. I like Jersey Mike's makes good subs. I know the guy that runs it, that owns it. They make some good subs though.
Sandwiches. Mike, you said you were going to sleep a while ago. Are you in bed? Don't tell us what you're wearing. Just
I think you already know that since he's the underpants general.
That is true.
I think they still do put sugar in the buns at McDonald's.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, most things here, is regulated in other places. So. All right. That goes there. Still think that's. It's gonna make the door. This might be very fun. Oh, I was right. Connect it. Aha. Baragon is taking form. Finally. Alright. This is not good. Ooh. There. What is that?
I loved the Deadpool Wolverine movie, but for literally weeks, I've had Madonna's Like a Prayer stuck in my head. And it just wanders in every once in a while. Gosh darn it. Darn you, Madonna.
For me, it's the Britney Spears song that he was dancing to.
Oh, what Britney Spears song was he dancing to?
I just have the music in my head. I don't know the name of it.
Baby Hit Me One More Time?
That's it. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
I don't mind the NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, whatever one it was, from the beginning of the movie. That gets stuck in my head randomly anyway.
I mean, I was an NSYNC girly, so I sing that every day anyway. I've never seen any of the Deadpools.
They're hilarious.
I do like the fact that they went, old school with Wolverine in this one. With his mask and the yellow and blue, that is, I looked up a few scenes with it because, it's my childhood. It's pretty cool seeing him like that. Finally. Okay. That actually might go there. Nibbles.
Baby, baby. Oops, I did it again.
With your heart, I'm not back in his hand. Is that the one?
Well, it is now, you know.
I feel sorry for her. She's clearly nuts, but it's just,
They all are.
yeah.
Yeah, her family did a number on her for sure.
In
At
records
least she's
and all that. Yeah.
quote unquote a little more freer, you know, she can make her own choices about things. Hi Josh.
I think most of the record producers from like say the 80s and into the 90s, they should all be locked up and put in jail for what they
Yes.
did to those kids.
Yep.
Because every single one of them got screwed. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. And they just made millions off of them.
Yeah, billions. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
insane.
Well, what's nice is as they've gotten older, a lot of them have been able to put their lives back together.
Because I mean, Taylor had to redo all of her songs because of that bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
because she lost all her rights to them. Yeah.
She had to redo every single song that she ever did. You know, it was just
Yep.
and go through nightmare court battles and all this. And it's like, come on, you know.
That just shows the importance of having a really good manager when you start out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sell your stuff to the highest bidder.
That's the thing, like, you know, they wouldn't have that money if it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
You know, so but you know, greed takes over, so whatever. But she's clearly not hurting.
Not now. Yeah. yeah.
I mean, she made what, like over 500 million just on this last tour
It's crazy.
in like one place. I think it was like in Australia alone. She made over 500 million.
It was
Yeah,
just
each leg of it is like that.
Right?
So gosh, see, it's not just me.
What?
Josh also has like a prayer stuck in his head.
now.
Can we sanction Canada to release Ryan Reynolds for war crimes?
Why is he now the Phantom White Shadow? Look at this.
God knows, Chip.
He changed it again, didn't he?
The circle can never be broken.
Yeah, right.
He's here with us. I mean, he's here. Pretty Captain. He's here. He's around.
We don't want to say in spirit because we never want Rum to haunt us.
No.
Yeah. Orlando with all the ship as usual.
All right.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada. That's right.
Blame Canada.
I don't remember what that's from.
Was that a South Park song, Blame Canada?
Yeah, it's from Bigger, Longer, and
Awesome.
Uncut.
Okay, yeah.
The Oscar nominated.
It was Oscar nominated.
Oh,
And then it was sung, unfortunately, kind of badly by Robin Williams at the thing.
oh.
Yeah, don't say he who must not be named's name 3 times or he'll show up.
Don't say it 3 times.
I like Beetlejuice. Another movie I haven't seen.
Salacious Rum.
Somebody asked Tim Burton when he was going to make Beetlejuice, and he said, "Well, probably 40 years
from now." Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be using an AI computer generated Michael Keaton, right?
Yeah.
That would be using
I
an
don't-
AI generated Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else could be Beetlejuice. I've never seen it, but I still think that's too of an iconic role for anybody else.
I don't know. That guy. Oh, John, what were you doing when I met Beetlejuice?
We were at getting the
Universal.
ice cream and the little burger from that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we were at that 50s burger joint. Yeah.
That's right.
Where we got like milkshakes and a cheeseburger from that place.
Yeah,
And then we saw Beetlejuice walking by.
that guy was pretty awesome. He was funny. Yeah, Gary Coleman really got screwed. A lot of those younger kids did.
Yeah.
Jackie Coogan, who was the kid with Charlie Chaplin, and then eventually mostly is known for Uncle Fester from the Addams Family TV show. He got so screwed by his family that there's actually a law in California that pretty much everybody's adopted called the Coogan Law, which says that they have to put so much of your money into an account for you when you hit 18.
I remember that now. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. What's his name from Home Alone? His parents screwed him over.
Yeah, the youngest kid.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
sadly, you know.
I think isn't like one of the worst case ones Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple was pretty bad.
I mean, that was pretty awful.
Is that Annie?
No.
Who was in Annie?
Annie was someone Quinn.
I thought that girl in Annie was really famous. Okay, never mind.
Let's see. No, I don't care about the stupid remake.
I was talking about the original one, yeah.
Peters. Elaine Quinn.
Really?
Yeah. She's our age. She's 53. She did a lot of Broadway after that.
Dragon Buddy.
Woohoo. No, Josh. She was not a medicine woman.
Dr. Quinn.
Well, I was going to say Harley before. But...
Yeah.
Josh says that's why he quit being a child actor. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The exploitation. Like Elwood Blues says, I know all about exploitation. I've been exploited all my life.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Chip just got back. He wants us to start over. So.
Okay.
Oh.
Good morning, foolish mortals. So basically, Rum's gone. So we've taken over.
Hello.
And that's pretty much it. You haven't missed a
Oh,
ton.
wait. At the beginning, my camera was screwed up. Hold on. I have to screw my camera.
Yeah.
Wasn't on. Then Zombie
It's because
joined
you had
us.
your thumb on it.
And then
That's right.
Podracing. And then Lady
That's it.
Catherine joined us.
That's
I'm the only one working on Lego. John's working on his character on Diablo. Zombie was working on a Snowtrooper helmet. Podracing Palpatine was working on a Millennium Falcon, and Kat is working on a Godzilla puzzle.
But at the end of the stream, I'm going to put 2 pieces together, so then it'll equivalent what Rum does in 2 hours. So
yeah, and I just finished the top of this, so that's enough for today.
So I can fix it. At the end of the stream. So I do
we were
have the
talking
goal.
about Disney for a minute, and
White Castle for a while.
White Castle. We were talking about food as usual.
Yeah. Different hamburgers in Ireland or wherever you said doesn't
And we
allow
were talking
Subway
about
bread.
Beetlejuice.
Yep. Oh crap. Oops. Go back over. I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you, DB. Oh yeah, and Michael claimed he was going to go to sleep, but he still hasn't.
Got to.
Good night, Michael.
Well, we're trying not to complete things to keep it in, as normal chips.
Yeah.
So, none of us will actually finish anything we're doing.
Nope. You do need to stop doing the chat a little bit to get behind on it like he is sometimes. So maybe not look at the chat for 5 minutes.
Okay, and then just because we'll play Vern for a second. Okay.
Oh.
Now, after that, you have to do a Lady Catherine and do a long pause. And then Pelps has to switch to his puppet.
He's over there cuddling.
I need to say yes, and then there's nothing. Dead silence. Yes.
And then he says it again in case, as if you didn't want to.
Right.
Although Palps, we have not yet had a visit from our favorite Grogu.
No.
Dun-dun!
No.
Right down
We
there.
don't. No, we don't need to see that.
Honestly, it's looking more and more like a gremlin every time. You need to put some fake eyelashes on.
Ew, no, don't do that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
No.
Where's the other one?
Yeah.
There's another.
Oh.
Oh, he's happy. That's like a Thomas the Tank Engine type.
He's happy to be in the Imperial Navy.
Yeah.
And there will be a third one on the way, just painting.
Cool.
What I
That'd
think
be a hell of a show.
when
Why
you get
hasn't,
outside,
Disney's missing an opportunity by not bringing Star Wars into the Cars universe.
your sweat gets like stuck to it. It's like under it.
I don't think I could wear it during the golf swim because you're.
Yeah.
But at least when I sit down, see, I take 3 or 4 swings and I sit on the couch. 3 swings sit on the couch. So whenever I'm sitting on the couch,
I would go buy a Duplo set just to be part of that stream.
I like Duplos.
I see what you did there, Mr. B. Eyelashes would definitely tie that all together.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Zombie not impressed with that one.
Oh, man.
You think he would because he's all about the dad jokes.
Mhm.
I'll bring it back.
Oh, she's gone. John's playing PlayStation.
Yeah. Talking
I
to
have
you
to
guys.
go to the grocery store after this, John, but then I'm going to get on if you want to run me through the bosses real quick.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
need
I'll
to
get
to
lunch.
the-
I'll get lunch and then come back, and by the time we'll be back about the same time probably.
yeah, I have to go check on a friend of mine. He's been a friend for 40 years, and so his family, I'm really close to them, and his mom was just diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, that's
So
Yeah,
I'm
that's no good.
I'm checking in on them all the time. So, yeah. She hasn't decided if she's going to fight it or not yet. So, or try to fight it. And then she heard that they told her that it might have already spread to her liver. So they were going to do a biopsy this last week, and I want to go find out how that went.
wow. Yeah, once it starts spreading around, it seems like it's just too much to fight.
Yeah, that's what happened to Lee, too, my buddy Lee. He had some, and then it spread to his lungs and then to his liver, and then he was like, I'm not going to fight anymore. There's no point.
Yeah, because that's what happened with Mark when it started. It was fine for the first. They got rid of the first ones, and it was fine for like a year, and then it just started spreading all over his body, and it was just like attacking everything. And
Yeah, I mean, he fought. Man, I have so much respect for him. I know I couldn't fight that long.
yeah,
They're claiming that, John, you're like every other IT department. You don't care about their problems. You're just playing your game.
yeah. Well, if you want, you could just unplug it and plug it back in. That'll probably work.
I thought you were going to say kick it.
You see the side of the box, the right side? Just start whacking it really hard. Eventually
That's it.
You're going to have to reset it, but the resetting it is inside, so you're going to have to get like a screwdriver and pop the top off, and then kind of just poke around in there, and eventually you'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a hammer?
You have it. Do you have a Phillips hammer? You're going to need a Phillips hammer. You're going to have to go to Ace. Go to Ace Hardware and ask for a Phillips hammer.
Yeah. Or you can ask for a long wait.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning and I'd hammer in the evening.
I might as well. I don't know if I'd go as far as the evening.
If I had a hammer.
If I had a hammer.
Uh,
There's nothing better than I think, I'm trying to remember what the CD is. I own it. And I think it's called Highly Illogical or something like that.
Oh, the Leonard Nimoy.
It's a Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner album CD. It has like 8 songs of each of theirs on, and there's nothing better than the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins by Leonard Nimoy. Except if I had a hammer. I mean, that video was so creepy.
Oh, yeah.
It's just 1970s Sid and Marty Krofft wannabe stuff, and it's like, and Leonard's in this turtleneck sweater, looking like he shouldn't be allowed within 50 yards of a school. And he still has his Spock haircut, and it just looks horrible.
It looks like he shouldn't be allowed with by a school.
I mean, Mr. Tambourine Man by Shatner, that's just priceless. Priceless, awesome.
You get more, and again, great information from this stream. You don't need to rebuild a server, hit it with a hammer. Yeah, and then Mr. Tambourine Man by Shatner is great.
Peak Shatner.
And Shatner in the 90s, I think, did a thing called like the Ides of March or something, where he was like quoting Julius Caesar while somebody was doing a rap behind it. It was hilarious.
It was on Free Enterprise, a film, yeah, and he rapped.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Like the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s were peak Shatner, when Shatner realized he was Shatner.
Yeah.
And then they did Boston Legal, where basically just played Shatner the whole time.
I mean, his cover version of Common People is the greatest cover version of all time.
Oh, yeah. And Rocket Man. Yeah. Dragon Buddies, of course, Rocket Man is. But he has to have the cigarette.
Yeah.
And you notice they never held those sci-fi awards ever again. Kind of like that Australian breakdancer ruined it for everybody.
No, we don't mention that name.
Oh, I Twitter or TikTok is always fun, and Dragon Con is a huge convention here in Atlanta every Labor Day, and it's a huge cosplay thing. There's like literally thousands and thousands of people. They shut downtown Atlanta down to do a parade of all the cosplayers, and it takes about an hour and a half. And there's floats and everything. It looks like a Thanksgiving Day parade. But they had a meetup, and like, 50 people dressed as her, and all did horrible breakdance challenges with each other. Oh my God, it was so funny. And then they had the running of the Raptors, and it was just, 100 people in those blow up Jurassic Park costumes running through the hallways. And that is if you like cosplay, that's a very fun con.
And it's like one of the biggest cons for trivia too.
It is. It's one of the big. Well, it's held in 11 buildings in downtown Atlanta.
The annual the official National Star Wars Trivia Tournament goes on to crown the winner of the United States there.
Oh no, G-Force got hurt.
Did he fall off his lawnmower?
No, he smacked his ankle bone on the corner of a futon.
Oh, it's not a lawnmower accident. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Buddy saw the Raptor run. That was so hilarious. And people come dressed as anything. Last time I was there, I would have to look for a picture. Somebody came dressed up as Lionel Richie from one of Lionel Richie's albums, and they actually had the album and with him, and so he kind of walked around. There was an Elvis impersonator who dressed as Gene Simmons as Elvis. He was hilarious. It's just a lot of fun.
What I thought was great was that, speaking of White Castle earlier, one of the years I saw someone dressed as the Emperor, and he had a tray of food from White Castle, and on it said Order 66.
Nice.
Going around looking for where Order 66 goes.
John will be the only one who understands this, but the yep from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yep. They now have about 40 of those at Dragon Con, and they just run around together as a group.
Wow.
And they walk over and they look at stuff and they're like, ooh, yep. And they all wander away.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, we loved those guys, and we annoyed our parents by walking around the house. Just every time they were on, it'd be like for an hour afterwards. We would just be walking around the house going, yep, 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 yep. Ooh, look at that.
My cousin is a couple years younger than me, but she loves the Muppets and stuff. But she hates cell phones, so her cell phone's ringtone is an old telephone bell. And so last time I was home, we all went out to the bar, and her phone went off. And me and my other cousin, who are about the same age exactly, went, bring, bring, yep, 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 bring, bring.
Well, guys, I'm going to head off to bed because it's like 1:20 in the morning. So I will catch you all next time.
Good morning.
Thank you for spending your Monday with us.
No worries. If Kat comes back, tell her I said goodbye.
Well, wait, isn't it Tuesday there now?
No, it's Monday.
Is it? Well, you said it was 1 a.m. Wasn't it already Monday?
Yeah, 1 a.m. Monday morning.
Okay. You upside down people confuse me, so.
Yeah.
I'll catch you all later. See you.
See ya.
Don't fall off the earth.
Somebody once said, what if we're all upside down? I said, well, I guess we don't actually know how the earth sits. We just assume we put it in the globe as it is, and we're not actually sideways or something, or, as far as if you're looking at us from Mars.
I think when they flew back from the moon.
That's true.
I mean,
if we'd have went in the first place. So what you're saying is when they did the map paintings.
When they did the map paintings, they painted it the right way up.
They were painting it up. Not to confuse any pictures that we might have had. Exactly.
But you are right. Like in the like general idea of like looking at it from a galaxy perspective, like who knows which side's up or down? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there really an up or down?
Make things planets or not planets? So what's real?
Yeah. My mom still asks about that. Like every time I'm up there, why isn't Pluto a planet anymore? And I always keep telling her, well, then we'd have to have the other 12 items that are the other 12 things that are floating around our star that are about the same size as Pluto would also have to be planets if Pluto was a planet. So then we'd have like 20. Then we'd have like 20 planets.
Apparently, we have another moon because there's something just beyond the moon's orbit that's about the size of Pluto-ish. That's orbiting. So now they're trying to decide whether or not we actually have a second moon.
Yeah.
And if the moon itself is too big to be a moon.
There you go. Yeah.
It's like they're already trying to convince us that Nemesis exists and that we're a binary solar system and we have two suns.
Well, there's something out there. The gravity suggests it.
Oh, yeah. Sure, Jedi Temple. I'm sure there does. But who has the power to erase a sun from our logs? Only a dark Jedi.
It was.
What do you have to say about that, Palpatine?
It was Dooku all along.
I don't think. I'm pleading the fifth. If it's a hexagonal prism.
It was Dooku all along.
And that's how we know the Earth to be banana-shaped.
We should start that, yeah. Who was it? Who was it? Those people? Remember those people who started that insane conspiracy about? They did it as a joke, and then some people believed it was real. That like none of the birds were real or something like that. They were
Birds
all
aren't real.
Yeah.
Do you ever see baby birds really?
Yeah, exactly.
Supposedly in their nests. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No, never. Yeah.
Exactly. Science.
Usually with birds, you can tell the difference between the male and the female. But pigeons, they're all grey. They're all just
Yeah.
pigeons are all They're all small
Well,
cameras watching us.
Poor little things. They're the only reason they really exist is because of us. Everybody in New York wants to like gas them and stuff, and we're like, well, they're only there because we used to use them for things like food and carrier pigeons and stuff like that.
A lot of good eating on a pigeon.
Mhm.
Wouldn't eat the city ones though. They look around here. They look a bit rough.
Josh would like to know what Star Trek and toilet paper have in common.
Yeah,
They both circle Uranus looking for Klingons. Shanty, take care of your man. Put him in his place. I don't want to be hearing about no captain's log. Shanty proving that they're all just, emoticons. Birds aren't real. And then they're trying to say, well, yeah, birds are real because they used to be dinosaurs. Sure they did.
Yeah, a giant T-Rex turned into a chicken. That's what happened.
Well, and I mean, okay, so if that's true, and now we're wandering into Super John science area. Science time with Super John.
Super John science.
If the dinosaurs were wiped out-ish by a giant meteorite, which we're not sure it did, because while we have the KT boundary that shows it, there's really not a lot of fossil evidence for a time before that boundary either. So the dinosaurs were already dying out when that meteor hit the Earth. So if dinosaurs evolved into birds, did they do it before the comet? And if they did, how did they survive the comet hit? Because birds would have lived in trees, and 90-some% of all vegetation on the planet was killed by the meteorite strike. I pose that to you, Super John, and your science.
I think that it's just a different type of bird. I think the flightless birds are what lived, and they were tiny. They were little, like mammals were little. So they were able to live on the ground and...
Like quails and stuff?
Yeah, but probably even smaller than those. You know what I mean?
But then how did the quail become an ostrich?
The same way that a wolf became 500 million different kinds of dogs now.
Yeah. I was saying that to the
I
pug.
mean, how the heck does a wolf turn into Palpatine?
Chihuahua.
Yeah, that
You know
pug.
what I mean?
There's no way. There's no way there's any wolf DNA in that pug. No.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
All chicken nuggets are dinosaurs.
yeah, all chicken nuggets are dinosaurs. Yeah. And I only think it was a small subset of dinosaurs that turned into birds. I don't actually believe that like a T-Rex eventually evolved into a bird. I think there were small subset pieces that
T-Rex with wings, that'd be terrifying.
That were different things. Just it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like you don't really, it's hard to explain, but it's like, because in some instances, like when you look at fish and all that stuff, like the coelacanth still exists as a coelacanth, but yeah, you could clearly see that also because it's got lobed fins that look like legs with fins on the end of it, that some offshoot of the coelacanth eventually turned into land-dwelling amphibians and then lizards, because it's got those features in it. So they had a common ancestor, but it's not like the coelacanth itself turned into a lizard. You know what I mean? Because it still exists, so it's all like
DB speaking truth. Fish monkeys had sex with fish monkeys, and humans finally stood upright.
yeah. And Josh apparently evolved from a dodo bird.
Well,
I hear they're bringing those back. Didn't someone clone one or something like that?
They're trying because since it was one of the last things to go extinct that they can get DNA and stuff from easily, they think they can actually get dodos back. And also, there was a bird that used to fly around in the millions and we wiped out that they're thinking about bringing back. And of course, they're still working on the mammoth.
Yeah.
And I just finished a book called Extinction that there was a company that de-extincted things and brought them to a huge park in Colorado. And of course, it all went horribly badly. But not because the dinosaurs attacked things. They tried to unalive other things that decided to eat us.
See, I go the other way. I don't believe they've never done these things. Like, I think there are dodo birds in a lab somewhere that they've created. They just haven't told us yet. I think there's a woolly mammoth in China somewhere, and they've cloned probably 10 of them, and they just haven't told us yet. I think they've cloned human beings, and they just haven't told us yet.
Well, like, you think the cloning. What's the biggest cloning thing we've ever heard of?
The sheep Dolly, and that
Dolly
was like
the
25 years ago.
Yeah, that was probably at least 30.
It could have been 30. Yeah.
You think they haven't made any progress since then?
Exactly. I think what happened is like government kind of went nuts and said, let's put a ban on cloning. But that was just for like the public to not freak out. Because I think behind the scenes, they've been cloning all kinds of shit. Everything's been cloned behind the scenes.
They're just waiting for the right time. Remember during COVID, they told us aliens existed and everybody was like, okay.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that. And everyone, just like, yeah, well, moving on.
Like, and everybody's like, was that a fever dream? Did I?
Yeah.
What?
I clearly remember that. It's like a Mandela moment. I'm like, was I the only one that heard that? But yeah, it's just like, yeah, we've got alien tech, and everyone's like, yeah, but what about this disease? It's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't doubt that there's cloned stuff everywhere.
Yes.
Well, and it was about 20 years ago they were talking about designer babies.
Yeah.
I think they haven't went through with that.
Yeah, I mean, explain
that
the
was also part of this extinction book was the super rich were able to design their babies to have better strength or stuff like that, and we're actually using them for another experiment. G4 says no need for trees without predators. Well, as Josh points out, you only need bushes. This has probably been the least productive of all of the Lego streams ever. Because now Palps is the only one actually doing anything artistic.
But it's not Lego.
It's not Lego. I stopped because I couldn't find one of the pieces I'm looking for. It made my eyes tired, and John is still playing Diablo.
Yeah. But I'm just about to go to lunch because I ran out of materials.
I couldn't believe you couldn't get. I don't understand how they think that game's going to work. If you couldn't get past like level 63 in the pit with maxed out gear.
Well, I figured it out. So I put in different.
Okay.
Sorry, someone's chatting with me here. So I put in different runes. You know, we were messing with those rune stone things. I put in different rune stones, and suddenly my damage jumped up from like, doing 50, 60, 100,000 here and there to doing like 300 to 500,000 every hit.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, oh, okay.
I think in the end, I'm going to need your help with. I don't know, my Paragon board is fine, and I am doing quite a bit of damage. But I just still I can't do Zir and stuff by myself. Even the basic one, I get my butt kicked. So, attention, chat. We will now be speaking in Diablo-ese.
Diablo-ese? Yeah, whatever. So, who was that? Was that Michael who was like, are you guys talking English?
Yes.
What did he say?
And then I thought, when season 6 starts, because are we going to have a break to play the new stuff, or are we just starting season 6 on like the 12th of October?
No, it actually starts on the 8th, the same day the expansion starts.
So then
it's all coming at the same time.
Well, isn't there so is there any more to the story that's opening?
Yes, the expansion. Yeah.
So we need to get our basic characters and do the story bit of that. Then we can go to the seasonal bit and skip the story, right?
Well, you don't have to do the story right away. What you could do is, from what I understand, is you could use your existing character to just play around with all the new stuff on the Eternal Realm, or you could start a seasonal character at level 1, and your choice is to either play the new story with that level 1 and just go through it.
But are you able to pick just that story, or would it make you do the whole story all over again?
You can just pick where you left off, even with a level 1 character.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could go through the new story and level at the pace that the new story lets you level.
Yeah.
But some people have already said that, I mean, these are the blasters, the guys that do YouTube all the time. They're going to actually leave the new area and go back and just do like Infernal Hordes and stuff and level that character up to 60, then go into the new area and do the story and discover the new area with a level 60 character. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's G-Force has a point.
That's true, yeah.
We just assume that Clone 33 is still the prime clone.
There's still some clones that are out, like there's one in Italy, one in Japan. You know, they're just out there wandering the world. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And this is Couch Potato Clone. That just,
Well, in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to go to Italy and Canada and Japan and
That's
China,
right, yeah.
and Mexico.
We'll travel the whole world, yeah.
Travel the
Chris
whole world.
Chris and I are doing a world tour at the end of the month.
So when we get there on the 26th, I think my plane lands at 10 or something like that. So I should be at the hotel by noon.
Okay.
But
I'll already be there then.
Yeah, I'll just catch you up in the lobby.
Yeah.
And so then, unfortunately, Thursday night is a not so spooky Halloween thing at the Magic Kingdom. So they close at like 5 or 6 for the event to start at 7. So we can't go to the Magic Kingdom that Thursday night. So we need to figure out if we're going to go, because we'll be able to be there by 1. So we just need to figure out if we're going to go to Hollywood Studios or Epcot first.
Oh, okay.
So
because is our event on Thursday night?
No, it's Sunday night.
Sunday night, okay.
And that's from 7 to midnight, but we have dinner reservations at 6. So I figure we could hit some of Magic Kingdom probably that day, and then eat supper, and then do the trick or treat trails and all that.
Oh, do we get to get candy?
Oh, you would not believe the amount of candy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do I need to bring a costume? Do I need to dress up?
You can, if you would like to bring your shark costume, you could.
You're already picking out my costume. You want me to wear the shark? I don't think I could wear that around it barely fit in it.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is. That's the only time when adults are allowed to wear costumes.
I'll bring one of the funny hats. I don't know what I.
Well, and I have a gift for you for one of the days.
Oh, okay.
But
Dragon Buddy says I have to be the shark. I have to walk around as the shark, and
you just walk around and you say, "Fish are friends, not food."
It's hard enough time finding the post office. I don't think Rum's coming.
No, I wish he did.
Yeah.
He says he can't come over and see us until he gets done with his house stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. There was I saw a couple that do Disney stuff. They're like Disney adults. And they went and they hit every single trick or treat spot in the Magic Kingdom. And when they went back, they spread it out on their bed and it covered most of the bed. Because they have these big scoop things like you get like popcorn at the movie in, and just scoop up candy and dump it in your bag.
So where do we have to bring the bag, or is there bags to get there?
You can you could go old school and bring in a pillowcase, but they do give you bags at the event.
Because I want a cool bag, yeah.
But yeah, I must have moved it. Mine was right around here from last year.
Well, this is gonna be fun. I didn't know it was all like that. I didn't.
Yeah, and it's good. The parade is really great. The Hocus Pocus stage show is really good. They have character meet and greets all over the place, and so some of them are villains, so you can meet Jafar and you can meet Cruella de Vil and things like that. And then they have normal people. There's Jack and Sally are out and about, and Mickey and Minnie and everybody in their costumes.
That's cool.
I think what I'm going to try and do with Rum is 2027, or at least what they say 2027, is when the Villains Land is going to be open. And so that will give Rum a couple years to get his stuff together, get his life back together, and then he can come with us. Agatha is not at Disney World. She is at Disneyland, though, at the Oogie Boogie Bash, which is an even better Halloween thing.
Oh, look at that. So I actually have 4 days. So
you should have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Yeah, I have 4 days. So it says
Chip, we're going to meet. We always meet up at the Legacy statue with Walt and Mickey. It's the easiest place to meet up at. Yeah, then when we get there, I can't seem to add you to the room for some reason. I don't know why it won't let me. Probably because I got it as on a deal. So, and anytime you try and fix anything on it, it's a pain in the butt. And then I got to find my charger and get my Magic Band all charged up. should be around here somewhere. What's with the owls?
It's a pigeon on my roof.
Oh, okay. I was like, is it a baby pigeon?
No, full grown.
Oh,
I'm just sending signals back to home base about what's going on, what we'll be talking about. He's
watching
listening in.
I wonder what I did do with that. John, I think I sent it to you too. I wish they had that Jabba the Hutt popcorn bucket at Disney World. I would definitely buy at least one and get one to Rummy. Oh, dear Lord. I'm not going to be able to cope. Nothing about this building is centered properly, Mr. Lego man. The door's off center. There's extra stuff on the extra other side. It's not squared off.
Yeah, it's not centered. You're right. Yeah.
They're probably going to try and blame the Vikings.
I think I have to call and check with them, Chris, because it's telling me now that the pass I got is not good on the 29th. It was only good till the 28th.
Oh, that would have only been 3 days.
Well, no, they're saying I should come the 25th, 25, 26, 27, and 28.
Well, yeah, but you need to pick it to start on the 26th because we're not going to be there on the 25th.
That's exactly what I was getting at. So I had picked the 26th to start, and it gave me 3 days and says you have 1 day left over. When do you want to use it? Because my 4-day pass ends on the 28th, according to this app. Like the deal I bought ended on the 28th.
Okay. Yeah,
so I'll call them and they'll probably just be like, "Oh no, we'll fix it." You know how they are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no. Let me look at the thing. Yeah. Yeah, and it still shows that you've got your thing on the 29th.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing that you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah, all you have to do is call them. They'll fix it.
Yeah.
He is. Josh, it's absolutely true. So I'm like, this is all wonky. And he's like, meh. It's just how it is. Oh. I used to love Jelly Bellies. Then they started putting weird flavors in those bags, and I had to stop buying them. I think HR, Rick, is who the complaint department complains to.
You are a brain licker, aren't you? You're a brain licker.
Anyway, I should go eat.
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and cut it.
He
Since
does
we've
more
accomplished so
complaining
much.
than taking. I do more complaining than taking complaints. Okay. When we start playing 40K, I'm supposed to have your back, Shadow. And the more you talk smack like this, the more I might not have your back. I might just go,
Well, Chip says it's only a 3-player game.
It is, yeah.
That's weird. So
It's
here we
like
are
the
complaining
Aliens.
about Helldivers only being 4. And
Yeah,
they're like,
it's like the Aliens game that was only 3 players, which was a bad idea too.
true, but that was a lot of fun to watch you guys play. So, all right, well, thanks everybody for coming.
But don't be surprised if you suddenly see Chip over there all alone, being like, "Why do I have no backup? What's going on?"
Well, that would be normal, wouldn't it, Chip? Where we're like, where in the hell did John go? Oh, he's over there.
And Rum's picking up something from something he's picking up. Rum's always picking up all the
we're gonna go around the board real quick. Palps has completed that.
and a bit of that.
And a wee bit of that. Oh, nice.
So that's the thing that they were building in Andor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that everyone in the prison.
That is the first part of the Death Star he's completed.
Yeah.
And then John has completed nothing except picking up some vials of blood and some living steel. And,
well, we were using living steel and blood, and we were killing bosses, which we're going to do again when Chris comes on.
Exactly. And I have completed. I did get a little bit of work done on this, the new building.
A lopsided house. Yes.
The lopsided house. Oh my God! Look at it. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if that lintel in the middle wasn't off. It's okay. It's okay. Doesn't always have to be perfect. Anyway, and now Leia's back. Leia puppy. Oh, and Leia has now been claimed by Rick.
What?
He called dibs.
I didn't think this was a claim sale.
Yeah. So a normal game, no doubt. Rum is looting and grabbing their turtle honeys. John is on a mission and left me to fight. Yeah, that's kind of how it was. And then I'm kind of back in the back being like, wait, I can't run that fast.
I don't know where.
Why doesn't this thing have a jump button? Hell. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Next week, I'm sure we'll go back to normal with both the model stream on Saturdays and the fun wheeling Lego stream on Sunday. Apart from that, I don't know if we'll see everybody in the week. If Kat's doing stuff, I might pop on with her. Other than that, catch y'all on the flip side.
Bye-bye.